It is a great satisfaction to greet you again. I hope you and your pet are well. Today we will talk about the following: symptoms and treatment of mites in dogs. What are dog mites? They are tiny creatures about a millimeter long that hide in a dog's skin and cause inflammation and irritation. They are, that is, parasites. Let's talk more about mites in dogs, including symptoms, treatment, and prevention. 1. What types of mites affect dogs? The condition that a dog develops due to a mite infestation is mange. It can be sarcoptic mange or demodectic mange. Dogs can also have chilitillosis, sometimes called walking dandruff, and thromboculosis, also known as harvest mite infestation. Common signs that your dog has mites: hair loss in patches or throughout the coat, dandruff, excessive scratching, red or irritated skin. You can see some mites on the skin if you part the fur. 2. Symptoms of demodex mites in dogs. These mites cause demodicosis and the infestation may be called demodex mange, demodectic mange, or red mange. They attach to the hair follicles in the coat and cause symptoms. A demodex scabies infestation can cause thickening of the skin, hair loss, and other secondary infections, such as yeast or bacteria. Your veterinarian may recommend medications containing afoxolaner, fluorolaner, lotilaner, and serolaner. Another commonly implemented treatment is a lime and sulfur bath. However, treatment should continue until a skin scraping reveals that all the mites have disappeared. 3. Symptoms of scabies mites in dogs. These mites burrow into the dog's skin and cause intense itching sensations. You will probably notice that the dog scratches more than usual, especially in the groin or armpits. Other symptoms are red skin and hair loss. These mites are also sometimes called mange or canine mange and can be transmitted to humans. In this case, your veterinarian will prescribe an oral or topical treatment. 4. Symptoms of ear mites in dogs. These mites attack the dog's ears and cause intense itching. These are most commonly found in the ears of puppies and in dogs that interact with cats outdoors. Some symptoms include intense scratching, head shaking, and dark dirt-like debris on the inner flaps of both ears. Since shaking your head and touching your ears can also be a sign of an ear infection, you should consult with your veterinarian to determine the cause. Common treatments for ear mites include prescription ear drops or other types of topical medications. 5. Symptoms of chilitillosis mites, walking dandruff, and thromboculosis in dogs. At first glance it looks like dandruff, but microscopic examination reveals the presence of mites and not dried skin cells. Treatment for chilitillosis includes oral medication, topical medication, and/or medicated shampoos. Finally, thromboculosis is another type of scabies caused by the parasitic stage of mites of the Trombiculidae family. Nymphs and adults can live on decomposing material and dogs can acquire them by lying on the ground or going for a walk. The treatment is the same as for scabies. 6. How do dogs get mites? There are many ways dogs can get mites. They can be transmitted from one dog to another, but they can also be contracted from the environment. Animal shelters or grooming establishments are common places where mites are contracted. Even if the animal is controlled before being allowed into these places, accidents do occur. Your dog can even get them when he goes for a walk and gets close to another dog. If your dog suffers from a mite infestation, you should wash his bedding and clean the places where he usually spends time to prevent reinfection. How to prevent mites in dogs? The first is to avoid coming into contact with a dog that has them. If you go for walks frequently, try not to approach unfamiliar dogs. If you recently treated your dog for mites, wash his bedding and clean the environment where he spends most of his time. You can also ask your veterinarian about supplements to boost your dog's immune system. It is believed that a weak immune system can create the perfect breeding ground for demodex mange. Although preventing an infestation is difficult, the most helpful approach is to keep your pets away from areas known to harbor mites, such as dog parks, kennels, and grooming facilities. Because many of these spots are almost unavoidable, it's a good idea to talk to your veterinarian about medications that can prevent mite infections. It is a pleasure to inform you and help you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should do it now. Take care of yourself and your furry friend. A hug, and until the next video.